What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 54 Yards. Unfortunately, it's just me today. Don't get the comedic relief like you usually do with Cam and I, but it's okay. We're still here to bring you another episode. We're still here to give you the darn thing. And we're in week 11, man. Time's just going by so quick. We just had our first college football playoffs. Um, Sorry about that. We just had our first college football playoffs rankings. Um, I had us ranked correctly. I said we're going to be anywhere from 10 to 12. That's what I thought we were going to be, and we're at 11. We're right in the middle. Um, but obviously, as there is every year, um, people are not happy with some of the rankings that were put forth us. Elephant in the room, Notre Dame. Come on now. We all know this. Year in and year out, it's the same story every single year. It's Notre Dame. But we'll get into that. We'll get into the nitty gritty here soon. But Texas on a bye. Oklahoma on a bye. Peaceful weekend for me. Peaceful weekend for Cam. We get to watch football without having any stress. So that's always great. Not too much stuff to touch up on. I know we had a decommitment. Lineman decommitted today, I believe, or yesterday. Can't remember which one. And then we have the most 5 stars in the class, I believe, as well. Some people are injured. They should be fine. Like Ryan Wingo, he's limited and whatnot for practice, just to rest that thumb. Taft should be good going into Georgia. And Oklahoma, I haven't really heard too much anything from them. Cam hasn't really told me anything, so I have nothing really to give y'all for Oklahoma. Not that I want to, anyways. But yeah, both on bye weeks. Stress-free weekend. We love those. And the Cowboys don't play too. Another stress-free weekend. Also, prayers out for the young lad that just passed away today, man. Stuff like that sucks. I never want to see anybody take their life, especially that young of an age, 24. Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. But let's get away from the sad news. Week 11 is here. Week 10 brought you one of these. Matt Rule falls to 0-8 versus AP top 25 teams at Nebraska, and 2-4 versus ranked teams in his 10-year coaching career. It's not great. It's not great at all. We always say in Matt Rule year three, and he does great things, but maybe it looks great, but when it comes to the good teams, the top 25 teams, 2-24 ain't gonna cut it, man. You're not chasing James Franklin's numbers. You want to be better than James Franklin. You want to be better than that. You want to get over that hump. So stuff like this, not because of Matt Rule, but because of James Franklin, teams might be, looking into these kind of things and considering whether to make that higher or not, or extension or not, because of stuff like this. Obviously, when you're at a blue blood like Nebraska, yes, I said Nebraska's a blue blood. At one point in our lifetime, they were very dominant, and there's still many teams that haven't come close to that. So, yes, they are a blue blood, and they're getting back to where they used to be. But as a blue blood, you don't want to have a coach going 0-8 while at your school. And he's in the Big Ten, so he's going to play Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, USC, Indiana now. He's going to play these schools that Iowa that are going to give him trouble. So you got to win these games, man. Gots to. College football buyouts have hit 185 million this season. Brian Kelly being the most up there, 53 million. James Franklin's 49.7 million. Bailey Napier was 21.2. Hugh Freeze is 15.4. Mike Gundy's 15 mil. Sam Pittman's 9.4. And Deshaun Frost was 6.43. Brent Pry was 6 mil. Trent Bray was 4 mil. Trent Dilfer was 2.4 mil. Jay Norvell was 1.5 mil. So money has been spent this season when it comes to coaches. That's not even the players. That is coaches. These donors and alums and scoreboards. I know them pockets are hurting. Hurting. Um, SEC pass leaders week 10. Joey Aguilar number 1. Taylon Green number 2. Ty Simpson number 3. Blake Shapen number 4. I'm just gonna stop there because 1, 2, 3 out of the 4. Well, I guess can't really count Joey Aguilar, but Blake Shapen and Taylon Green, they're on the worst teams in the SEC. You know, Mississippi State and Arkansas, and for them to be putting up the numbers that they're putting up, one, that shows you what they can really do. Two, they're probably always playing for behind. I know Mississippi State has had some close games this season, which they should have won, including ours. But Blake Shapen was a great quarterback. He was great at Baylor. He's someone who can light up the scoreboard. Taylor Green, just a dual threat guy. It's kind of what you had to watch out for that. Joey Aguilar, we knew coming in that he was going to throw the ball a lot, but also came the turnovers that he was prone to having, in which it's showing now. So it's not surprising he's number 1. But Ty Simpson, number 3. I'm not going to say it's a surprise, but I'm not going to say that it's not a surprise. I feel like if you're a Bama fan, it might not be a surprise. But if you aren't a Bama fan, it's probably a surprise. Just because I can't remember the young cat they got there right now, the freshman that DeBoer picked himself is there. Many people thought he was going to, after game 3, game 4, he might come in and take over the role. But after the first game against Florida State, Ty Simpson is in the driver's seat by a mile, and he's just been dialed in the season. Number 5, Arch Manning. Crazy to think about. Actually, really crazy to think about. But these past few games have probably helped that a lot. But his first 5 games weren't that great. So that's actually really crazy to think about. Number 6, Diego Pavia at 2063. Number 7, Trinidad Chambliss at 2023. Number 8, Marcel Reed at 1972. Number 9, good old John Mateer at 1941. And number 10, Garrett Nussmeyer, 1806, which going into the season, everybody probably thought that was going to be number 1. But y'all have seen LSU this year. It's not great. Luke Fickell this is surprising. I thought he was going to get fired. I thought this job was going to be open as well, but they want him. Luke Fickell will return to Wisconsin in 2026. The decision comes with significant increase in financial investment. Sounds like they might be spending a little money on some NIL to get some players, but if you're going to the Big Ten, I don't think you're looking at Wisconsin. I mean, they're not bad, They've had some great players in the past, especially running backs. I think that's kind of really it. But I don't know, man. Like, why would you? I would rather go Iowa. I mean, Iowa's really good though, because Maryland maybe. I don't know. I feel like Wisconsin's in a tough spot because they're like a middle of the road Big Ten team. So they're not gonna be like great, but they're not gonna be horrible. But they're not gonna get the guys that they need to get, just because they're not at that level. Okay, this is going to be a shorter episode. I do apologize. Like I said, Texas is on a bye. That usually takes up some time. Oklahoma's on a bye. That usually takes up some time. I can look right now to see if there's any news, but it's pretty low on the news. Let's see. Oh yeah. Brent Key, coach at Georgia Tech, said, "Slice me open, man. Look what colors I bleed. I am here to stay." I ain't going nowhere. And then, hold on. Time out. Can Disney and YouTube TV strike a deal so I can have football back and watch 4 games at once? Like, that's literally the whole sole purpose I have YouTube TV is to watch 4 games at once. What are we doing? It's college football season. It's football season in general. Can't watch Monday Night Football. Why? Because games on ESPN. Can't watch Friday football. Why? Because the games are probably on ESPN. I can't watch Game Day. Why? Because it's on ESPN. Can we do something, please? Thank you. They probably won't see this, and even if they did, it's me. They're not gonna care. But I'm speaking for America here. Okay, America cares, and you should care about America. Give us our football back, please. Thank you. Next. Michigan will no longer play in Germany versus Western Michigan to start the 2026 season, the school announced. Some people were for it. Some people, well, I would say mainly everybody was against at least college teams going overseas and playing against other colleges, like they do in Ireland to open up the season. I like it. It builds the sport, I feel like. I mean, Oklahoma has a guy that's from, I think, specifically London. I could be wrong, but I know he's from England, but I think he's from London. I feel like a lot of kickers are going to start coming over to America to kick field goals and whatnot, be a punter and whatnot, just soccer background. So I feel like it's good to grow the sport. Maybe not for college. I'm a fan of it. I know a lot of people aren't. Maybe just stick to the NFL. But it's also cool. You give kids experiences, man. Like, how many of them are going to be able to go to Ireland in their lifetime, you know? So I like that kind of stuff. It's cool. All right. Let's get to some controversy, man. The official rankings have came out, and they were presented on Tuesday. Here we are. Tennessee. Or 25. Tennessee. Sure. 24 Pitt, really good Pitt team. Need them to do the Lord's work later in the season. Washington 23. They blown everybody out, but they lost to, I think, Michigan and Ohio State. Missouri 22 with Purdue out, man. I just don't know how great this team's gonna be. We'll see this weekend. They play A&M. We'll get into it. 21 Michigan, 20 Iowa, 19 USC, 18 Miami. Go ahead, drop them out of there, man. Hey, Carson Beck, keep doing your thing, man. Some more picks, yes, sir. That boy threw 2 of them this weekend. 1 to lose the game. That's what you get. 17 Georgia Tech, 16 Vanderbilt, 15 Louisville, 14 Virginia, 13 Utah, 12 OU, 11 Texas, 10 Notre Dame, 9 Oregon, 8 Tech, 7 BYU, 6 Ole Miss, 5 Georgia, 4 Bama, 3 A&M, 2 Indiana, 1 Ohio State. Top 4, I agree with. I don't have any issue. Don't have an issue where anybody's ranked. People wanted A&M because of strength of schedule and whatnot, but the way I look at it, and I'm not even hating, and if whoever won last year, I would say the same thing. They won the national championship last year. They were the best team last year. They're undefeated this year. Sure, they haven't played anybody, but they still haven't lost a game. So how can you move them down to somewhere else? 2 Indiana, playing lights out, man. That's going to be a great game. Want to see that Ohio State Indiana game? It's going to be one for the books. 3 A&M. It is what it is, man. 4 Bama. I mean, ever since Florida State, Bama's been going crazy. 5 Georgia. Need them to stay there. They're going to have to see me. I might go line up on that field against them. They're going to have to see me. We'll find out next week. Don't wait. 6 Ole Miss. They've been here before. See if they choke, man. 7 BYU. Cam's a big hater on BYU, man. Does not think they're good. Big game this weekend on Lubbock. Low-key need BYU to win. Both of us. OU in Texas. So, be interesting to see what Cam's pulling for. 8 Tech. We'll get to it here in a little bit. 9 Oregon. Not bad. It's just interesting because, yes, Oregon is a good team. When it's overtime with Penn State, look how Penn State's looking. Could argue that they broke Penn State, and that's why Penn State looks the way they look. But just after they beat them and how it is, doesn't look that great of a win. And then they lost at home to Indiana. So Oregon's kind of like but they only have 1 loss, and it's Indiana, so they're going to be ranked up there. I am interested to see how they finish the season. I think they have one more tough game. I could be wrong, but I think they have like one more tough game. I think they. Hold on. Don't let me lie to you. Don't make me out to be a liar on a bother. Oh no, never mind. They play Iowa. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. They play Iowa this week, and I think this game will say a lot about Oregon. And it's at Iowa. Indiana struggled at Iowa, and Indiana beat them. So, hey, man, we'll see. 10, Notre Dame. Let me skip over them real quick. 11, Texas. That's fair. I thought that's where we would be. Like I said, 10 to 12. I thought we'd be somewhere between there. 11's fair. I get it. But we also have we have 2 top 10 wins. Nobody else has that. I know we looked the way we looked, but at the end of the day, it's about winning. You win your games, you're going to get credited for it. Lose your games, they're going to punish you. Hasn't looked pretty, but we won. OU, same thing. They won their games. They just beat Tennessee at Tennessee and Rocket Top Neyland Stadium. Tough environment to play in. They went over there. They handled business. So that's your top 12. Now, with that being your top 12, you might ask yourself, so these are going to be the teams that are playing. Like, if it started today, these matchups would be insane. Wrong. We have an unranked team that would be getting in at number 12 over Oklahoma and Texas. Would be the first 2 out. Oklahoma and Texas would be the first 2 out. Because this year, the top 4 seeds get the bye, not the conference champion. So if you're the conference champion, you get an automatic bid. But last year, it was conference champion, first 4 seeds, bye. This year, top 4 seeds is top 4 seeds. Conference champion, just get an automatic bid. So, Virginia is currently the best team in the ACC. So, they're going to get in. Secondly, a group of 5 team also has to get in. The best group of 5 team is in the playoff every year. And that would be Memphis as of right now. Group of 5 teams don't need to be in. As simple as that. They've already came out with the future spread. If they were to play today, Memphis would have to go to Georgia. And Georgia is like a 19.5 point favorite, 20.5 point favorite. And that's like, who wants to see that? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see Georgia playing Memphis in the playoffs. Like, I would much rather see Georgia Notre Dame. USC, Georgia. Louisville, Georgia, Virginia, Georgia. Uh, I mean, obviously, and SEC is the best conference. So Georgia, Oklahoma, Georgia, Texas, Oregon, Georgia. Something else. Not a big group of five team, man. They need to have their own thing. Group of five teams should be their own thing and play their own playoffs or championships, or maybe integrated somehow with like Division II football. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But if you're good enough, conferences will want you. James Madison might. I could see them going to like the ACC or something. Another like a bigger conference. I could see that because they're that good and they're consistent with it. Um, Texas State. I don't know if the Pac-12 will be still considered a group of five, but Pac-12 in the past it was a power conference, Power Five conference. They disbanded, so now we're at the Power Four. Texas State is going to the Pac-12. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if they continue to be a group of five or go back to the old ways where it's a Power Five conference. But if you win, conferences will take you. They will. Look at Houston. They're in the Big 12. Look at Cincinnati. They're in the Big 12. Look at who else is there? It's just teams that just joined the Big 12. Like, if you're good, they will take you. So, Oklahoma and Texas would be out because group of five team would be 12. Memphis, they would get in. Bam, bumps Oklahoma out. Virginia's the conference, would technically be the conference champion today because they have the best overall record. They're 11. Bam, Texas is out. So, 1 through 10 are as is, wherever you're ranked. Now, number 10 is the controversy one. Notre Dame. Notre Dame doesn't play anybody. Sure, they have a win against USC. They're at home against USC, but USC's Lincoln Riley is known to lose these games. He's known to just always choke in these big games. That's why this Nebraska win was such a huge win for them. Raiola did get hurt, out for the season, so that probably did help a lot. But it's still a mental block that they get to like finally flush. At least him. They won a big game. So that's where he struggled. That's where he's been struggling with USC, like winning the big game. In that USC Notre Dame game, they had the game. It was a close game, and they for sure could have won. I think turnovers happened, picks. I know it was raining and whatnot, but hey, both teams are playing in the same weather. You gotta do your job at the end of the day. So they played Miami, got blown. They didn't get blown out. It was a good game. I think it was like week 1, but they played Miami. They lost at Miami. They played A&M at home. They lost. Those are the best two teams they played. They've already lost to the best two teams. Now, have they gotten better? Yes. The committee, the people on ESPN seem to love them. But at the end of the day, they were supposed to emphasize strength of schedule this year. And resume. And Oklahoma and Texas both have better strength of schedules and resume than Notre Dame. Notre Dame hasn't played anybody since those first two games, and they will continue not to play anybody. They have Navy this weekend. Navy was just ranked, but they just got blown out by UNT, I believe. And they were ranked, and UNT has like 3 losses. And then they play Pittsburgh later in the year, which they have a good freshman quarterback, so maybe they can bless us and they lose, but Notre Dame has to join a conference, man. We can't keep this happens every year. They get into the playoffs because they don't play anybody. Now, yes, last year they went to the national championship, but they had an easy road, kind of. Let me go look at the bracket real quick. 2024 college football playoff bracket. I'm pretty sure it was easy-ish. Okay. No. I want 24. Okay. Notre Dame. Where's Notre Dame at? Notre Dame played Indiana at home. Indiana is not nearly as good as they are this year. Yes, they were undefeated last year, but they're not nearly as good. They weren't nearly as good as they are this year. Sorry, texting my parents back. They made it home. Okay. So this year's Indiana team is way better, in my opinion, than last year's Indiana team. We saw that with Ohio State. Ohio State bent them over, and you could tell that they weren't that good. Like, you can tell against a good team, it wasn't going to be that great. They go to Notre Dame, and they lose 27-17. But the game was pretty much out of hand from what I remember until, they scored a touchdown at the last drive or whatever. Cool. Fast forward, they play Georgia. Georgia's on their backup quarterback, Gunnar Stockton. Obviously a big game for him to just start. That's his first start of the season. We injured Carson Beck, his thrown shoulder and whatnot. And this game got delayed a little bit because of the stuff that happened. But they played Notre Dame. They played Georgia. And Georgia was, receiver-wise, wasn't the best last year. Dropped a lot of balls. Then you have a backup quarterback coming in. Etienne was hit or miss. So, yes, I know we couldn't beat them twice. I know. But I'm still going to say that was an easy win because they played a backup quarterback. Really, that's really it. And, their defense last year was insane, Notre Dame's. And then again, all right, we get Penn State. Hey, man, playing a good team. Got Penn State. Wrong. Penn State loses every big game that they play. So that wasn't that hard of a game. You knew Penn State was going to lose that game going into it, man. And they had an easy path. They played SMU at home. Then they played Boise State. And then they played Notre Dame. Tough game, but still lost 27-24. Gets to the national championship. They lose 34-23. So, I say all that to say is Notre Dame needs to join a conference. We can't keep handing them these spots. Force their hand. Make them join a conference. Punish them for not doing that. All right, that's my rant. But that's the college football playoff as of today. Hey, man, at the end of the day, I'm not complaining right now. It all takes care of itself. It all plays itself out. It's going to work how it's supposed to work. It happens every year. The only thing that we don't like is these group of fives. That's the only thing. All right. Week 11 matchups. We got a Friday night game on this one. This should be a good one, man. You got Tulane going on, heading to Memphis on ESPN, so I won't be able to watch, right? Disney, that's what you're telling me? I won't be able to watch? Got it. Tulane going on in Memphis. Memphis is a good team. I do think they're beatable. I've seen them play a few games. I do think they're beatable. Especially this Tulane team. Kind of, as long as they can run the ball, they would be fine. Especially with Jake. But this I wonder if you start to think as Memphis as the team that's in the college football playoff currently. Do you start to think we have to win? It starts getting to your head oh, if we don't win, we're out, we're done. That does get to you. So I wonder if that will happen in here. That's on Friday at 8:00. 11 p.m. 11 a.m. kickoff. Indiana, Penn State. I'm not going to really go in depth on that. I'm really not going to say much at all, actually. And I won't be watching this game because there's a bigger game on. But Indiana should take care of business. Indiana should dog walk them. Penn State's not what they're supposed to be this year. And the defense that Indiana has, I just don't see them scoring very many points. Give me Indiana. Georgia State at Mississippi State. Won't be surprised if Georgia struggled in this game. Mississippi State isn't horrible. I know they haven't, I think they just finally won their first conference game in some odd games. I could be wrong. I have to go back and look. But It's still tough to play there, and it's a road environment, and it could be a look ahead game because they got us coming to town. Hey, don't y'all wait? Just wait till next week, man. But Georgia should prevail in this game. 2:30 kickoff, ABC. Can't watch it. Why Disney? Why can't I watch it, Disney? You tell me why I can't watch it. You know, unless you allegedly. 2:30 kickoff, ABC, A&M at Mizzou. This game would be a lot bigger if Pribula was in. Sucks that he's out. I wish he was playing. Haven't really watched Mizzou since he's been out, seeing how the backup was. I know they went to it was like a 10-10 game forever with Vandy, then they ended up scoring and winning the game. So it seems to have a good defense. They kind of played Bama well-ish. And this A&M team they're not. Don't let the ranking fool you, man. And I'm not even hating. Like they just, you have to kind of get up on them on the first half because they do make great second half adjustments. That's where they start beating teams. If you watch A&M, first half will be kind of sloppy, but second half, that's really where they make their adjustments. That's really where the game is won. So if you can make those adjustments with them, you can win this game. Keep Marcel Reed in front of you. He's not going to kill you with his legs, but he's also not going to kill you with his arm. So all you have to do is keep him in front of you, and you kind of have the recipe for success there. But defensively, that's kind of what scares me about this game is defensively, because A&M does have a good front seven. The linemen and linebackers, they are very good. I think the corners are still a little gettable, but they're beatable, man. I just don't think that Mizzou can, because without your starting quarterback going up against this type of team, it's going to be tough. I hope they do it, man. I really hope they. Actually, I don't want to because I don't want to give them that loss. Actually, no. Do it. Give them 2 losses. Get them out of there. But yeah, 2:30 ABC. 2:30 on Fox. Big game. Yeah, I just talked about this one. Oregon going on the road to Iowa. Iowa's a great team. They look like they have a little bit of offense this year. You know, in years past, they really don't have a quarterback that can throw the ball. But always great defenses. Always, always, always. That's what you know you're going to get out of Iowa is a great defense. And that's probably what we're going to see here is a defensive battle. Oregon, on the same hand, also has a great defense. So it's probably going to be a low-scoring game, defensive battle. I don't know, man. Might be an upset here. I might lean upset here. I'll give you those Camp's pick here in a little bit, but I might lean upset here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the upset. I think I am. Sorry, Oregon, y'all might not make the playoffs. I think I'm gonna go with the upset. Give me the Hawkeyes, man. Give me the Hawkeyes. They're at home. They already played Indiana great. I think they're clearly better than Oregon because they beat Oregon at home. And I think they just can beat Oregon, man. I really do. I really do. Give me the Hawkeyes. 3 p.m. SEC Network. Can't watch it, Disney. Just letting you know, Disney, I can't watch it. Even if I wanted to, I can't watch it. Auburn at Vandy. Hugh Freeze just got fired. Tampering's probably going on. I know OU's tampering for sure with Cam Coleman. I actually did get that from Cam. Not Cam Coleman, my counter partner, co-host Cam Theory. He told me that they're tampering with Cam Coleman. Just give me Vandy, man. Especially after a loss like that. Just give me Vandy. At home. Now, this game should have been a crazy one. You know, looking at the beginning of the season, looking after Saturday, week 1, not Monday, because Monday wasn't pretty. Looking after Saturday, week 1, you're like, oh, that Clemson Florida State game's gonna go crazy. Yeah, this game's not that great. 6 o'clock ACC Network. Can't watch it either, even if I wanted to. Why, Disney? Why can't I watch it? Yeah, both of these teams just fell off of a cliff, man. It sucks. I'm gonna lean Clemson just because they're at home. I guess I don't know. I mean, both these teams just aren't great. They're just not. Clemson has the ability to be great. I mean, so does Florida State, but Clemson has the more upside. I feel like. I'm just gonna go Clemson, man. And then again, another game. But hey, this game still might be interesting. We'll see. It still might be interesting. 6:30 ABC, LSU, Alabama. I know it's not the same LSU team we're hoping, preseason hype, national championship hype. Look at the offense that they got. Spent $18 million on the roster. Defense is well improved. And it's just the complete opposite, man. It's just not great. They're going to Bama. It's hard to win in the house that Saban built in Bear Bryant. It's still a rivalry game. So I don't want to count them out too much, but the way Alabama's just been playing, man, they just continue to get better week in and week out. Ty Simpson's probably going to win the Heisman if it's not going to be Julian Sayin. I'll give it to Ty Simpson over Julian just because of what he's done week in and week out and what Bama has done beating these ranked teams. I think they just continue their dominance. I really do. Brian Kelly's gone. They're on a firing. Who knows what the locker room's like? Is it up? Is it down? People already checked out. I don't know. I just don't quite know. But give me Bama. I'm probably taking the spread on Bama. That's probably pretty high, I would assume. Probably like 9.5, 10.5. Probably gonna rock with that. 6:30 kickoff, NBC. Please, I am the biggest diehard Navy fan. You see the colors I'm wearing, man. I'm a diehard. Like Texas, who's Texas? I'm a Navy fan. I go for Navy. I wanted to get enlisted into the Navy. That's why I go for them. Like they were the best team in America. Nobody could beat Navy. Nobody. Navy's gonna win this weekend. Navy's beating Notre Dame. We're gonna win. I'm the biggest Navy fan you ever meet. We are winning this weekend. We're winning by 10, at least. Give me Navy over Notre Dame. I don't care that they're at home. They lost to A&M at home already. They lost to Northwest or Northern Iowa or Illinois, whatever they were last year at home. We're doing it. We're coming to conquer. We're going to even sail on our boat over there and walk to the stadium. Okay? Big Navy fan here. I hope they can do it. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to win, but we can hope. We would love it. Everybody in America would love it. But the biggest game of the weekend, man. 11 o'clock kickoff, ABC. Can't watch it. So what's the point of even talking about it, Disney? Can't watch it. It's on ABC. I can't watch it. Anyways, BYU at Texas Tech. College game day will be there. First time in 17 years. Y'all know who they played the last time. Don't make me relive that memory. Stupid. Anyways. Huge game, man. Huge game. I said, BYU's probably going to go on a little tough streak here because they got a lot of tough games coming up. And it could start here. It could very well start here. Texas Tech is at home, a spot where they want to be. They've already played in some tough games, so they both have, really. I think this is going to be a rule over defensive match, man. BYU doesn't really have the offense like that to, if it becomes where Tech does score points, BYU doesn't have the offense to be able to keep up with them. Now what BYU could do is run the ball and take a long time to snap the ball. They could do that. They have a great quarterback who can run the ball. They have a great running back who can run the ball. They have two receivers, but to be able to count on that consistently, I just don't know how that's going to go. So, on the flip side, you have Tech who can score points. They are at home. This is the moment they're building for. Can they do it is the question. And I'm gonna say they can. I'm saying I'm a. It's weird because I need BYU to win. Like it just looks better. Like not doesn't look better, but like it's 8-9. So like are the rankings gonna change that much? Not really. But if BYU wins, that gives Tech 2 losses. Then Tech goes to the back of the bus. So like I do need BYU to win, but I hate watching BYU, and I would rather have Tech win. I think Tech's gonna win here. I don't know the spread. I think Tech's gonna win here. I'm gonna say probably by 7.5. That's what I'm gonna give it. 7.5 spread. Not too high, not too short, or too low. 7.5. But that's 11 a.m. kickoff. ABC. That's your week 11 slates. Now I will give you Cam's picks. He went Tech, as did I. He went Memphis, as did I. He went Indiana, as did I. He went Georgia, as did I. He went A&M, as did I. He went Iowa, as did A. Look, man, he ain't even here. I didn't even know. I just opened this up. I wish I could show y'all, but I just opened this up. Maybe he could put a read receipts or something. It's 8:28, but I just opened it up. I didn't know what he picked. We both said Iowa. He said Vandy. He went Florida State. I went Clemson. He said Alabama. I'm trolling saying Navy, but Notre Dame's really going to win, and he went Notre Dame. So yeah, that's what he has. Tech, Memphis, Indiana, Georgia, A&M, Iowa, Vandy, Florida State, Alabama, Notre Dame. It was a pleasure, folks. Thank y'all for your stay. You're always welcome to come back and join us. You're always welcome to, leave some questions, leave some comments, like, subscribe, something. Finally got past 1,000. Appreciate every single one of y'all that has tuned in. Help us get that watch time up. That would be greatly appreciated as well, so we can do fun things for you guys. What else am I missing? Am I missing anything else? I think that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Texas on a bye. Oh, you on a bye? Peaceful weekend. Say it yet again. It's always good when your team's on a bye and you ain't got to worry about nothing, man. But with that said, gotta do it from your boy over here at 54 yards. Catch you on the next one. Welcome.